What's up, brochachos? It's boy Tanner Wyatt with the Barbarian Body. Today I've got for you 4 killer quadricep exercises that you probably haven't tried you can do at home using only these pieces of equipment. Let's get straight into it. Exercise number 1. Unilateral resistance band leg extensions. Now how you perform this? Super simple. Make sure you attach your band to the bottom of something like that's really close to the ground there, that's super sturdy so you don't rip it out from under the ground. I'm using a box here. If you don't have a box, then just grab a chair or something. Sit on top of it, wrap the band around your ankle, and begin doing one leg at a time. Now I want to make mention here, if you notice the way that I have this wrapped around my ankle, this is to prevent the band from A, falling off of my foot, and B, running up my leg and ripping off all the hairs on my leg. So the first thing you want to do is wrap it around the ankle. Thing number 2, you're going to wrap it around into a little loop and toss it over the arch of your foot. This is going to prevent that band from going anywhere and allow you to get a great squeeze at the top of the exercise. So when I'm performing this exercise, I typically like to get about 10 to 15 reps. Try and get a nice squeeze at the top there. We're not just moving our leg here. What we're trying to focus on is get a squeeze of that quad, moving entirely with the quad. Do it with a slow tempo so you can get the most activation out of the quadricep. 10 to 15 reps on the right and then switch it over and do 10 to 15 on the left. Terrific exercise that you probably have not tried for the quadriceps. Exercise number 2, dumbbell step-ups. So with your foot in position there, you want to make sure that you're driving through the heel. Make sure you have your full foot on the box or whatever you're using there. I prefer to do this with the wall in front of me. This way, if I do fall forward, I'm gonna fall into the wall and I'm not gonna smash my head off of the pavement or the concrete or the floor if I fall over onto the other side of the box. Now, one thing I want you guys to strive to do on each and every single one of these repetitions is keep that knee in line with your toe. You don't want it swaying out over the toe to the left or swaying out over the knee, over the toe to the right there, because you're gonna be putting yourself in a terrific position to get injured. So make sure you're watching that knee at all times. This is gonna keep all of your ligaments and your tendons in the ankle and in the knee very healthy and very safe. Now here's one thing that I do want to mention as well. You see the way I'm performing this? I'm not hopping off of my foot. As you can see right here, this is the way a lot of people are gonna perform this exercise, where they sort of launch off the ground with their feet. This is so that they can sort of grab as much weight as they possibly can. I'm over here doing 25s with proper form, no hopping off of that bottom foot that's on the floor. I'm trying to entirely use the leg that's on the top of the box, because that's the quadricep that we're focusing on. Use lighter weight, don't use that foot to shoot yourself up there. Get rid of the ego, focus on training that quad, because the more you're jumping off of that foot on the ground, the less targeting you're gonna get on the quad that's on the top of the box, which is the muscle group we're targeting. For this one here, I like to get a higher number of repetitions, anywhere from about 10 to 15 reps. Solid exercise, unilateral movement, which is great for developing a lot of balance and working at the muscle in a more unique way than you do when you're doing, say, a squat or a deadlift. When you're doing it bilaterally, both legs are there. Great way to shock the muscle. Exercise number 3. I stole this from my football days. Basketball guys, you probably know this one. This one is so dope. The dumbbell jump squats. Now you hold the dumbbells sort of like you were in a deadlift. You just hold them down to the side there. What you're gonna do, feet shoulder width apart. You're gonna come down into a full squat. So I want those legs parallel or just a little bit lower. What you're gonna do is you're gonna drive up so that you can jump off the ground, driving through those heels as explosively as you possibly can, trying to get up as high as you possibly can. And then when you're coming down, land on your toes so that you can reduce the impact on your ankles, your knees, your hips, and your lower back, and your entire spinal cord there. Reduce that impact, trust me, years down the road, you're gonna thank yourself. I love throwing this one in after, say, like a deadlift, a heavy deadlift, or a heavy squat. Throwing in sets of about 10 to 15 again with this exercise, tremendous. If you don't have the deadlift or the squat available to you, this one is still tremendous and still an absolutely killer exercise for the quads with no gym. Okay, 4th and final exercise, we've got here the dumbbell jump lunges. Similar to the deadlift, however, this one requires a lot more balance and you're gonna be doing it unilaterally. So how you wanna perform this one is begin with a staggered stance and then begin your first jump, making sure that you bring that knee to the ground. 2 big points I want you to take away from this. Number 1, do not let your knee slam on the ground. You do that, you're gonna blow the kneecap, you're gonna break something up there. Thing number 2, the same thing that we did with the step-ups there with the dumbbells. Make sure that knee is aligned with your toe. Do not let it sway to the left over the toe or to the right. Again, this will cause injury, especially when you're coming down off of a jump. So make sure that you start with a light enough weight where you can focus on that. Learn how to do that to keep your knee in line the whole time, and then slowly start adding weight. Do not go at this exercise with a pair of 40-pound dumbbells, 80 pounds total. because I guarantee you, you're gonna hurt yourself. Start light, progressively add more. For that exercise, I typically like to get about 8 to 10 repetitions on each leg. Super great, again, super cardiovascularly demanding, but your quads are going to be in a world of hurt. So there you guys go, 4 killer quad exercises you probably haven't tried that you can do at home with either a dumbbell or a resistance band. If you guys enjoyed the video, as always, be sure to give your boy a like down below, and also be sure to subscribe for weekly workout tips and nutrition tips that you will not want to miss. Thanks so much for joining me, you guys. I'll see you in the next video.